There's an octopus now? You guys see this too, right?
I think we're supposed to be superheroes. Don't you remember? We used to fight tirelessly to save lives and inspire hearts. We waged battle with evil itself in the name of justice.
Okay. How many seasons do I have left? Oh, Jesus Christ. And how many episodes per season? No, I can't. No, I can't do this anymore. This is insane. It turns out the Teen Titans don't remember the basics of being superheroes. Is it really that much of a shock? So, throughout the episode, they tried to get their groove back while taking down the Brain. Yeah, there were some chuckle-worthy moments, and the ending was... It was pretty funny with all the other superheroes coming to save the day, but it's a basic Amnesia episode. But I will say this, the characters are not as insufferable as they usually are. Or maybe it's because I'm getting used to their behavior. I don't like it.
Do you really think I need those trash holidays? I only need Halloween. Once I control it, all other holidays will be forced to bow to me.
Seriously? Trying to take over another holiday again? Santa Claus is taking over Halloween, so it's up to the Teen Titans to stop him. Sure, the premise is exactly like the Easter episode they did back in Season 3, but I enjoyed it, and that's mainly because of how batshit insane Santa Claus is in this episode.
Bring me that candy! He's gaining on us! Destroy them with your nose so bright! Give me the candy, you garbage children!
Oh, God.
Jiminy Christmas.
Like every other episode of the series, it has a pretty cool ending of the Teen Titans, Jack-o'-lantern, the werewolf, Frankenstein, and a vampire teaming up to take down Santa Claus and his goons. The first episode wasn't that great, but the second one was pretty decent. Let's see them mess it up like they usually do. After they get abandoned by Robin, Raven, and Beast Boy, who went on a trip, mind you, Cyborg and Starfire booby-trapped the tower because they want to prove to Robin that they're not children. This episode really goes to show how stupid these characters can get. Cyborg and Starfire's IQ has dropped significantly in this episode. They legitimately act like they're goddamn children. I mean, they're not the most mature characters in the group, but even they're not this childish.
He does not believe we are the fully grown adult persons.
What?
Pasha!
Please.
Shusha!
Huh?
Psha!
Doing.
That kind of immaturity is Beast Boy's thing. Then at the end of the episode, it becomes a Home Alone parody. Maybe the ending would have been funny, except Raven and Beast Boy haven't done anything to warrant this kind of treatment. For Robin, yes, it's deserved. He's a jackass. But the other two didn't do anything, so this whole thing feels kind of undeserved. Below average, but I guess the ending makes up for it. After a long 3 minutes of the show making fun of carnivals, hate to break it to you, but South Park did it better. Starfire gets a pet goldfish from said carnival, and she tries her hardest to make sure that it doesn't croak. I remember when I was young, I had a bunch of goldfishes in my house. I had a whole aquarium and everything. I was basically just wasting money. The majority of the first and second act is constantly reiterating that this fish is gonna die, and then the fish dies. Wow, how shocking. Then it turns out that the fish has turned into a ghost, and it has unfinished business. So now the Teen Titans have to rescue its family from the carnival. The third act is the best part. What a shock. But for the most part, it's pretty meh.
Meh.
There's also a musical number in here, but I don't care. The majority of this show's music sucks, with the exception of one. Remind me why Dr. Gordon and Batman are even here again? Oh, because it's a DC property? Okay. Batman and Dr. Gordon just spy on the Teen Titans. There was only one segment that made me laugh.
Guys, enough already. Oh, hey.
That was pretty funny. The others were decent. It was fun to see Jeff again. Raven cooking breakfast for her father was nice. Robin failing to turn on the bat signal was funny. And seeing this old bastard was a treat. It's a decent episode. It's not groundbreaking or anything. Because Santa Claus is upset that he can't take over the holidays, he decides to quit Christmas altogether.
I've decided that if I can't have every holiday, I don't want any holidays. And then that's right. Santa Claus is quitting Christmas. Wow.
So you're quitting for petty reasons. Wonderful. So now the Teen Titans have to save Christmas.
But what about you?
I'll take on the role of the jolly fat man himself.
But you're so skinny, dude.
Santa needs a gut and a beard.
You'd make a better elf. We should ask Sticky Joe to be Santa.
Howdy.
Okay, Sticky Joe, you were cool at first, but now they're just overusing you. This episode is basically Road to the North Pole from Family Guy. No, seriously, it literally has the same outcome. The Titans try to do Santa's job, and then it ends with the cops being called on them because they suck at doing it.
All right, that's the last of the blood. Go check on the other kid.
What other kid?
Johnny, the one who's getting the bat.
Stewie, there's only one bedroom up here.
What? Do you have a brother? Well, then who the hell is John? Oh my God, we're in the wrong house.
I think this calls for some of that Christmas magic,
Merry Christmas!
Okay, even though this is a clear copy of Road to the North Pole, it's probably one of the more enjoyable episodes of Season 4 so far, along with Halloween vs. Christmas. Fun fact, this marks Beast Boy's second birthday.
Yo, my B-day is a meat day. I said, wow! Yeah! Yeah, you hangs 'em for me real good. Woo! It's my day, son. It's my day!
Okay, you weren't this unbearably obnoxious when it came to your first birthday. Because Starfire was born on a date that's not on our calendar, the show's explanation, not mine, she doesn't have a birthday to celebrate, so Beast Boy recommends that she can share his birthday. And what do you know, the second he does this, he starts to get pissy about it afterwards.
I can't take it! First you blows out my candles, then you gets my super cool drawing, now you gets to go to the movies with Mama Raven? You're stealing all my stuff and ruining my birthday! Hey, I gets the first whack, it's my birthday!
It is our birthday and therefore my birthday.
Have you forgotten I gave you this birthday and I can take it away?
Shut up! Shut your fucking mouth. You're so annoying. Oh my God.
This whole argument is so stupid. First of all, Beast Boy, this was your idea, so own up to your fuck up. And Starfire, this is still technically Beast Boy's birthday, so stop being a selfish twat. It eventually ends with them getting along, but too bad the rest of the episode was annoying with these two constantly jumping at each other's throats.
The Teen Titans do not go on hiatus.
But other superhero teams go on hiatus all the time.
And that's why they always lose crime season to us.
I think that explains why Young Justice got cancelled, other than it sucked at selling toys. For the first part, it focuses on Robin forcing the Titans to participate in crime season, and that wouldn't be a problem, except Robin is a giant pain in the ass while they're doing it. The first part has a pretty good montage with the Titans stopping various villains, and it's pretty great to see Kid Flash again. It's a decent first part. Now let's get on to the next part. For the next part, after being sick and tired of his shit, Cyborg, Raven, and Starfire switch over to Kid Flash's team, so now this leaves Beast Boy and Robin left to finish crime season.
We are a duo, partners, a pair, a couplet, a doublet, an odd couple, master and student, Tango and Cash, Turner and Hooch, two guys from different backgrounds trying to make it work.
Wow, that was, that was a lot of references. I thought it was kind of fun seeing Robin and Beast Boy assemble the Tooth Fairy, Sweaty Joe, that guy again, and Santa Claus to their team, even though they suck on the battlefield.
Oh.
Santa Claus gets a musical number so he can teach Robin a lesson about teamwork.
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 Anyway, the episode ends with Robin breaking Kid Flash's knee again, and he ends up winning unfairly. This two-parter was a decent time killer, even though I was rooting for Kid Flash to win.
Misunderstandings are normal, Star. Don't sweat it.
Yeah, and we likes how you talks all bads.
I only wish I had the gift of the clear speech that you all possess.
Yeah, you tried doing that once. Then you turned into a generic teenager. Starfire wants to fix up her way of speaking again, and the only way she can do that is by kissing someone. I can't wait for them to ruin this. So guess what? When she kisses another person, it completely changes her personality and voice. Observe.
I don't know. Did it? Whoa, I sounds like you, yo. You do sounds like me, yo.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about! Woo! Yo, you want to watch these sweet VHS tapes? Only if it's that classic TV lineup. You know it, my dude!
So yeah, she just sounds like Cyborg, Beast Boy, and all these other characters she kisses. I guess it kind of makes for an entertaining watch, especially since even though she sounds like these characters, she still has that awkward way of speaking.
Your aura, bro. You know, the cycle of life in its endless rotations making contact with your nerve plexuses, homie.
And it does have a decent ending of the Teen Titans telling Starfire that they love her just the way she is, which is a nice message and all, but everybody knows that. And the gag with Robin constantly kissing this cactus over and over again was kind of funny, I guess.
Tiny.
But even then, this episode reminds me of Knowledge, an episode where Starfire tries to change herself in order to fit in. After breaking their plasma TV due to a petty argument about what movie they should watch, they now have to work with a Flintstone TV. A pretty good episode, all things considered. While the Titans are trying to figure out how to fix the TV, they parody different movie genres for each character, ranging from westerns to mystery to action to martial arts to war movies. It's very creative and well done. After 4 years of teasing, Beast Boy tries to win Raven's heart, and after multiple attempts, he decides to write a song for her, which works. I thought Beast Boy's attempts to win Raven's heart were pretty nice. Another thing I like is how the other Titans try to help him out in meaningful ways, and the song itself was alright, but I liked Terra's song way better. It's a really solid first part. And finally, the episode caps it off with these two kissing. I think this is a really nice ship, although I'm more of a Cyborg and Jinx fan myself. But then Beast Boy ruins it by uploading the song to the internet.
He's such an asshole.
Now let's get on to the next part.
I'm going home.
Since Beast Boy uploaded the song to the internet, he's now going on a world tour singing the song to millions of strangers, a song that was originally intended for Raven. Wow, what a dick.
You're such a dick!
The second part is not as good as the first part. It's basically Beast Boy being an inconsiderate dick towards Raven's feelings. You know, the girl he spent the first part of this two-parter trying to be with. But luckily Raven casts a curse on the song, causing everybody in Jump City to turn on each other. But don't worry, Beast Boy sings a new song that fixes everything. And I will say that this song is a little better than the first one.
Are you serious? You're still in the doghouse, buddy.
Oh, man.
Well, I hope this doesn't drag out for another 5 years.
Oh, man. School?
You don't want to do this.
Yeah, we specifically avoid going to school.
It is the boring.
Yeah, you guys tried going to school once. It didn't work out. Robin forces the Titans to go to school, and if they misbehave, they'll get a mark on their permanent record. But then this bites them in the ass when Beast Boy, Starfire, Raven, and Cyborg take over as teachers.
Everybody in the magical learning van, yo!
A magic van?
Okay, they're parodying the Magic School Bus for this episode. It's another Robin torture porn episode. It gets old really quick, especially when everybody in this episode acts like a total idiot. I will say that Cyborg's chemistry song is pretty catchy.
When your heart starts to flutter and you can hardly breathe. When you melt like butter and you start to sneeze.
Ice cream. Bah!
Oh, why must we eat this vanilla bean slurry?
Well, if you don't finish your ice cream, then there will be no vegetables for any of you.
What? No vegetables?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm genuinely confused. Usually you bastards like ice cream and you hate vegetables. What is going on? The Titans take daylight savings time so seriously to the point that they come down to the conclusion that farmers are stealing that extra hour.
Have you all forgotten? Tonight is daylight saving time.
Daylight savings time is the worst.
It's actually daylight saving time.
That's what I said.
No, you said daylight savings time. It's daylight saving time.
I don't hear the difference.
It's like this for the next couple of minutes.
Daylight saving time. No, daylight saving time. Saving.
Yeah, daylight savings time. That's what I said. We just keep saying the same thing.
It's not savings. It's singular. Saving. It's daylight saving time.
Oh, you means daylight saving times.
This episode is really annoying. It's not as bad as the Waffles episode, but it comes dangerously close. Hearing these characters say daylight savings time over and 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 over again gets really annoying really quick. And even though the episode has that twist of the farmer stealing that extra time, I just couldn't care at that point. What makes this episode even more insufferable is that the other Titans, excluding Robin, listen to Starfire of all people.
The one other thing, this farmer has the dog, and Bingo is his name-o. We have the one chance to save the 2 o'clock!
Oh my god, can you please shut your fucking mouth? The only semi-decent part was the final fight. Skip. Robin turns Beast Boy into a leprechaun. And then, what do you know, Beast Boy starts acting like a total jerk, just as Robin foretold. Then Beast Boy takes it a step further and tries to restore the gold standard. I thought Robin turning the others into leprechauns was pretty cool. And like the previous St. Patrick's Day special, it has a pretty nice fight sequence at the end. It's just as good as that episode, to be honest.
Okay, if you're such a master detective, tell me what's up with the animals on the rock.
Animals?
The ones that live on the rock out there. They change once a year, or about every 52 adventures.
Well, it's about time they addressed that. I didn't mention it up to this point, but every single episode always has these animals outside Titan's tower, reflecting the theme of the episode. And they also change the animal for each season. For the first season, it was a seagull. For the second season, it was a crab. For the third season, it was a pelican. And for the fourth season, it was an octopus.
Indeed, the rock was previously inhabited by the pelican bird.
And before the pelican was that crab.
And don't forget my seagull brother from a feathered mother. He was first up on that rock, yo.
The reason why I'm mentioning this is because that's exactly what this episode is about. Robin tries to get down to the disappearance of the seagull, the crab, and the pelican, so that he can prove to Raven that he's a master detective. I thought this was a fine episode, although I do find it weird that Raven isn't buying any of this, despite the fact that she's willing to buy into almost every single stupid, dumb bullshit that the other Titans get themselves into.
Alright, this is a waste of time. A real master detective would have found those animals by now. All you've been doing is making absurd leaps of logic based on nothing.
You don't buy one, dog. That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Anyway, I thought it handled the detective aspect pretty well, and I thought it got pretty interesting when they went into the ocean, because they fight, I shit you not, the Illuminati itself.
The triangle tells me everything I need to know. It is the ancient symbol of a sinister secret society, bent on controlling the world without anyone ever knowing they even exist. The Illuminati.
We cannot hide from the master detective forever.
It's so stupid, yet it's so funny. And guess what? The pelican, the crab, and the seagull, they were the Illuminati this whole time.
Whoop-dee-doo! It's Easter!
Wait a minute, they're still keeping that ugly design from the last Easter episode? What the fuck? Remember how in the previous Easter episode, Santa Claus was trying to take over Easter along with the other holidays? Well, guess who's trying to take over Easter this time? The Tooth Fairy. Wait, what?
What?
It's basically the same episode, except they flip the antagonist to the Tooth Fairy, and they try to get the Easter Bunny to stand up for himself. And the best way they do that is to make him look intimidating. And then this happens.
I would not wish to upset such an unconventional beauty. Da 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 da.
I could say the same about you.
What the fuck is going on?
Tooth Fairy, will you share this holiday with me? Yes, 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 yes.
The fuck? What? The fuck was that?
Ugh. Mid-episode, by the way.
I will never wash this hand again.
Okay, what about all that stuff you just said about hygiene?
None of that applies to hands kissed by Starfire.
Robin, it's been 3 months and you still haven't washed your hands.
So?
Oh my god, he's pulling a gumball.
I don't want to wash it! It's your problem!
He got a high five from Penny 3 months ago and refused to wash it since.
Don't tell me you haven't showered in 90 days.
Of course I've showered. I'm not an art student. I just wrap my hand in swimming trunks to keep it dry.
Robin refuses to wash his hand after Starfire kisses it. 3 months later, it falls off and becomes sentient. And what do you know? Starfire starts to fall for his hand.
You and my hand have a date?
Yes, we have the mutually reciprocating feelings of the romance.
You stupid motherfucker.
I swear to God, it's like the date from season 1. And because of that, I hate this with a burning passion. Except, It's more absurd here. She is crushing on the guy's severed hand, and the other Titans don't care at all. And then when Robin tries to put a stop to this, he's the bad guy for it.
I hate you all.
I fucking hate this one. Moving on. Beast Boy tries to get himself a job so that he can get a moped, because whenever he flies or turns into a cheetah, he gets exhausted really quickly. While that's going on, the other Titans try finding a cow-abducting UFO.
Too obvious.
Remember when Beast Boy got a job so that he can get Cyborg a present? That's essentially the plot for this episode. I mean, they blatantly point this out with the title of the episode. They even have a twist where it turns out that Beast Boy's manager is actually a tofu being that's kidnapping cows, using their energy for themselves, and feeding the customers tofu. I just don't know what to say anymore. At least Beast Boy got that sweet moped he wanted.
I don't have the right to exist because I happen to be a little overweight.
After Robin eats an avocado, he gets superpowers. I'm pretty sure they did this already, but whatever. But what do you know, Robin becomes power hungry, and he has plans to eat every single avocado in sight so he can become even more powerful.
Oh, yes.
This show really loves showing Robin's fat gut, don't they? Another Robin Goes Overboard episode, except he turns into that terrifying plant from Little Shop of Horrors. That's it. It's meh. The characters tell their origin stories, but instead of actually telling us their origin story, they take the origin stories of other superheroes and replace them with Teen Titans Go characters. For Raven's segment, it's parodying Spider-Man. For Cyborg segment, it's parodying Superman. For Starfire's segment, it's parodying Batman. And for Beast Boy's segment, it's parodying Green Lantern.
We get the picture.
It's a rinse and repeat of these characters doing the same shit, but it was mildly enjoyable for me to point out, hey, that's that superhero's origin story, not yours, but it's an average episode. Hey, look, they changed the animal on the rock again. Do you remember that regular show episode where Mordecai and Rigby played Jinx? Yeah, well, that's the plot for this episode. Robin gets jinxed, and instead of allowing his friends to say his name, he talks anyway, which results in him losing his voice.
Nice.
After multiple failed attempts of using body language, he and the others decide to get his voice back from Jinx. Get it? Because her name is Jinx and they played Jinx?
We get the picture.
Call me crazy, but I think this episode is a little better than the Jinx episode from regular show. Sure, its attempts at humor suck, but at least it's a little more tolerable to sit through. And it has this funny moment.
Robin broke the jinx, now he's living with the consequences.
Oh, snap! I wish I could help you out, but it's not like I could live inside your belly and talk for you.
Ha
Hey, remember that Gumball episode where Gumball trains his brain to be smart? Yeah, I remember that. Since he couldn't find a dolphin in one of those puzzle books, Beast Boy starts to use more than 10% of his brain. The best part of the episode was watching Beast Boy tell off the other Titans when he starts using 50% of his brain.
Do your cybernetics make you less of men or more? Either way, use a misfit of the human race, brother. You know, like how Robin's always trying to be cool to compensate for how he used to wear short shorts and elf boots. Or like how Raven won't never feel no deep emotions like the rest of us. Because if she did, she might lose control of herself and destroy the world like her dad wants her to. And how poor Starfire is desperate to make friends. Because she's the only alien on this entire planet, and that makes her, you know, super isolated and sad.
That was funny, but all in all, the episode's concept is make the dumb characters smart and powerful. But unlike other episodes that do this concept to death, at least it got a few chuckles out of me, and they at least tried to do something with the concept. But there were some moments that took me out of the episode, specifically this moment. This aired on Cartoon Network. You know, I've seen people complain that Gumball uses real-life background environments while having 2D characters in the foreground, but this show does the same thing and nobody bats an eyelash. So ridiculous.
Computer pirates aren't nerds. They're dangerous criminals.
The computer nerds can be the dangerous?
To intellectual property, yes.
Oh boy, they're gonna talk about pirating. The Titans become hackers to stop a group of pirates. So yeah, this episode is a big Matrix parody. But you know what? I'm gonna say something crazy. This was way better than Ralph Breaks the Internet. For one, there's no shameless advertising, and for two, this episode has funny moments.
What's the holdup?
Seems to be a slow internet connection.
Did you try turning the modem off for 30 seconds and then turning it back on again?
I can't. We're on the neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Is that not the illegal?
Not if they didn't set up a password.
This seems familiar.
No, we've just been using Robinson's Wi-Fi for years.
That would explain why the network is called Get Off My Land, Watterson.
When he asked me to help him set up his internet, I kind of grabbed the opportunity to
mooch off it? Mr. Dad, how could you?
Oh right, Gumball had a similar episode to this. It's a fun little pirate adventure. Robin warns the Titans not to drink tea because they're made by British people. And what do you know, they drink tea anyway, which results in them acting British.
What happened to being Americans?
Just having a laugh, mate. Biscuit?
No.
You're all out of salts.
Join us for a spot of tea, love.
I didn't want to say this, but British people, while I do like them, can be so weird sometimes. I mean, who the fuck eats tomato, mushrooms, rice, and black pudding for breakfast?
What are you making for breakfast?
Bacon, eggs, toast, hash browns, and over here you got your black pudding, baked beans, mushrooms, and a half a tomato.
God, this is gonna piss off the Brits. This whole episode serves as a big fuck you to British people, shitting all over them while praising America. Well, guess what? I live in America, and it's not that great over here. I promise you. I'll give this episode credit, it made me laugh, even though it's stupid as fuck. But I think what makes this episode a little bit outdated is the fact that they have Queen Elizabeth as the villain for this episode.
So much tea!
Lovely, isn't it?
The Queen of England.
This is more stupider than that South Park episode, which had a similar concept. Cyborg gets trapped in the Night Begins to Shine reality with a dragon who has plans to use the song for his own evil purposes. While that's going on, there's a side plot of the Titans trying to find their way back to Cyborg, but when they can't do it on their own, they require the help of Fall Out Boy and CeeLo Green.
CeeLo? CeeLo Green in the His House Goody Mob Dungeon Fam? What? Up top, CeeLo. Yeah, I'm totes feeling that. That was so fresh. Fall Out Boy's killing it! Fall Out Boy!
Welcome to the United Kingdom.
Prime Minister Tony Blair?
Hey, Blink-182!
Thanks for the lift, Tony Hawk. I gotta go now, Tony Hawk.
Bart, you know Tony Hawk?
Let me just say, it's great to be back in this reality again, but sadly we don't spend much time in it because, as I said before, there's a side plot of the Titans trying to find their way back into said reality, and the side plot kind of weighs it down, but not by that much. It's still a pretty solid first part to this 4-parter. It still has great music and animation, and I'm pretty excited to see where they go from here. Cyborg is still fighting against the dragon with all of his might. While that's going on, Beast Boy feels lost without Cyborg, so he tries to find himself. The animation still looks pretty fantastic, especially when Cyborg is in the dragon's stomach. The colors in this episode are just outstanding, and the side plot is pretty good too, as Beast Boy literally tries to find himself, and then he ends up meeting a legendary singer, who is pretty important.
I was in a band.
Hold up, yo. All these items and things is like evidence that maybe you're more than what you seem.
I'm just a humble man with an auto repair shop. Or my name ain't William J. Regan.
Wait, you's William J. Regan.
On top of that, we finally figure out the dragon's motivation. It turns out that this realm was once his, but then BER took it over with The Night Begins to Shine, which explains why he wants the song so bad.
Now, I'll use it to take back what is mine.
I gotta tell you, I've never been this invested in a Teen Titans Go episode since the first Night Begins to Shine. I swear, each episode so far has been getting better and better. Let's see what the next part has in store. The Titans have assembled BER so they can make a portal to the Night Begins to Shine realm, but things immediately start to go haywire the second they get there. The music is still fantastic, especially Forever Mine. I love that song. The animation is still outstanding because, man, the second these three transform, it's the coolest shit ever.
Well, goddamn.
But then we see the dragon take both the power of BER and Cyborg's song to transform this land, and it looks so fucking cool. Another fantastic episode. Let's see how they cap it all off. After summoning CeeLo Green and Fall Out Boy to the Night Begins to Shine realm, the final fight can truly begin. A very satisfying conclusion to this 4-parter. The animation is at an all-time high. I liked hearing the musical renditions of The Night Begins to Shine from both CeeLo Green and Fall Out Boy. The fight scenes in this one were badass, and overall, it was just a really awesome 4-parter.
Roll out.
It really goes to show what this series is capable of if they put their best foot forward and give us something truly spectacular. Again, if they're making a spin-off series with the same animation, I'm watching it, no doubt.
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money.
Robin teaches the Titans how to make free money through the share economy, but Raven doesn't think that's a good idea.
Guys, relying on goods and services from non-professionals puts legitimate businesses at risk, not to mention the fact that this share economy will set the human race on a path towards becoming completely reliant on autonomous labor.
I'm pretty sure you know where this is gonna go. Despite her warnings, they sell their stuff through the location app anyway. God, I hate that word. Then it's revealed that a bunch of robots have plans to destroy the economy and take over people's jobs. This episode reminded me of that South Park episode where a Walmart came to town and started taking over businesses.
I spent 37 hours squeezing you out of my body, and this is what I get?
While making their way to the beach, Robin tries to teach the Titans about labor, and the way he does that is by forcing them to make an umbrella, make some chips, and make their own gasoline. This episode does a good job of showing how much labor these characters are going through, although the ending of the episode is pretty similar to the last one.
It's garbage! Control freak! Well, you were praising something that I find atrocious, so I'm here to ruin your enjoyment of it by pointing out its flaws. No!
Please don't be another fourth wall breaking episode. Those are getting a little tiresome.
The colors are so bright, it's like a rainbow puked all over the screen. They're supposed to be heroes, but all they do is tell jokes. And speaking of jokes, the humor is random and not funny at all.
You people just can't fucking help yourselves, can ya? Control Freak tries to prove a point that classic cartoons are superior to reboot shows like Teen Titans Go, so he decides to send the Titans off to cartoons made from the 1960s to the 1980s.
We're in the tower, but it's been altered.
Holy hard drives, so have we.
Our heads are proportional to our bodies now. But I can only move my head and arms.
I thought this was going to be another crappy fuck the fans and critics episode, but I had a pretty fun time watching this one. It was enjoyable seeing the Titans go through the 1960s and 80s cartoons while pointing out the many flaws that reside in said cartoons.
Only the eyes and the mouth are doing the movements.
Suffering servos, me too.
Why do you keep saying stuff like suffering servo, Cyborg?
I don't know.
And so the Teen Titans find themselves en route to a mysterious island in search of the robot dinosaurs.
Hey, who said that?
That's the narrator. He explains things to the audience.
Like the asteroids that rained down and wiped out the dinosaurs, so too will my dinosaur army rain down and wipe out the human race.
Sure doesn't get more one-dimensional than that.
It's a pretty good episode.
I learned something today, Titans. Not everything old is good, and not everything new is bad.
No, this show still sucks ass.
001, 100, ooh!
11111
Cyborg, Raven, Beast Boy, and Starfire build an AI robot that can create pizza. But what do you know? The robot becomes sentient and enslaves humanity. So now the Teen Titans have to destroy it.
0 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 binary code 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 binary 0 binary code.
I get the feeling they're running on empty when it comes to writing these songs. I like the design of Jump City when it's in ruins. That looked pretty cool. But dude, it's a copy and paste episode, nothing further. Not even the Star Wars parody at the end can save it, despite it being a pretty good reference since, you know, I think Star Wars is pretty cool. I mean old Star Wars, not new Star Wars. It's career day, so Robin forces the Teen Titans to go do their careers. For Raven, she's a dentist. For Starfire, she's a civil engineer. And for Cyborg and Beast Boy, they are CEOs of their respective companies. I'll say that this episode has a decent message about getting a job, but you can still follow your passions. Too bad that shit doesn't work in the real world. It's a decent episode. You remember TV Night, right? Well, guess what? They decided to make a sequel to it.
Why? Fuck is the point of that?
Batman, Dr. Gordon, along with the Joker and the Penguin have a slumber party while watching some of their favorite shows. It's basically the same as the first one, and I would say it's just as enjoyable as that episode. Makes for some pretty decent background noise. I don't really have any strong feelings one way or another. If there's one thing I have to say, it's that we see Raven hang out with her My Little Pony ripoffs, and we see Robin unmasked. That's it. Although this one has a lot more rap numbers compared to the last one.
To impress our panel of judges, Batman, Superman, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman.
Hey, look, they actually got them on screen for once. With the exception of Batman, they're always teasing the idea of showing Wonder Woman and Superman, and now they're here. Huh. The episode is a glorified parody of America's Got Talent, American Idol, and The X Factor. A bunch of superheroes participate in the Justice League's Next Top Talent to see who can become a new member of the team.
I don't know. Looks like a lot of heroes turned up this year. Think you guys got a chance?
Of course we have a chance. We are awesome.
No, you're not. You guys are losers. You're bigger losers than Mordecai and Rigby and Gumball and Darwin. And before you guys crucify me in the comments, that was a joke. I love those four way more than these jackasses.
And I've got a sweet jump kick.
Oh yeah, you don't have superpowers.
If she was really smart, she would understand that she's being a bitch right now.
I'm not really a big fan of talent shows that this episode is spoofing, but I thought this wasn't a complete waste of time. I thought it was pretty fun seeing each member of the Teen Titans attempt to get on the Justice League with their skills. Another thing I want to mention is that I like how they bring up Starfire's origin, something they didn't do in the Origins episode. Although I think it's meant to spoof how contestants always have a sad backstory before they perform. If there's one nitpick I have, it's that I do think it's a little unfair that Robin gets 3 chances to try to get into the Justice League. If I remember correctly, when it comes to these kinds of shows, you only get 1 chance, not 3. But hey, at least he doesn't win.
What?
The judges chose this Robin, not you, dum-dum.
They chose my ventriloquist dummy?
That's riggedy right, Home Slice. Dummy Robin is the newest member of the Justice League, yo.
It's alright. It's a cute little spoof of talent shows.
I's the milkman, yo, and you's gonna drink some milk. Milk on your face. Milk on your face. Milk on your face. And milk on your face.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Is this what, like, people like? Is this what people like? People like this?
An awards program? Those are terrible. It's just hours of awkward banter and boring retrospectives. And the worst part is, the awards themselves are meaningless.
Yeah, that's the best way to sum up the Oscars, although the 2022 Oscars was a real game changer.
Uh-oh, Richard!
In order to get the Titans to do their chores, Robin makes up a fake award show so that the lazy bastards will stop being lazy bastards, because if they do all of their chores, one of them will receive a meaningless award. This episode is a glorified spoof of award shows like the Oscars or the Emmys. Much like the last episode, I don't really care for the Oscars, but I thought this episode was a fun time overall. I think it does a good job of poking fun at award shows.
So, Robin really did win all the awards?
Yes, we judged him to be the best, though honestly the decision was a bit arbitrary. Also, Bruce Wayne sponsors the show, but that did not influence us.
You know what? This episode was pretty good. I gotta give it to them.
For the final award of the night, the winner of this battle is...
Please be us, please be us, please be us!
The Academy!
Because they're sick and tired of losing to the Hive every year, the Teen Titans decide to dress up like them in order to win the Halloween contest. This was a pretty great episode. It was fun seeing the Titans dress up as the Hive, and what made me laugh my ass off was when they saw the Hive's costumes, they decide to destroy it.
Titan's teeth!
Oh no! Your costumes are ruined!
What the fuck, man?
That's so mean. And when all else fails, the Hive decides to dress up like the Teen Titans, which eventually ends in a brawl between the two teams. And then the episode ends with both teams winning. A pretty great episode overall. I'm really starting to hate metal, and I don't even listen to it. I just hate it because they keep saying metal a lot.
We have fully embraced the lifestyle that is heavy with the metal.
Go metal! That's 'cause we metal now.
It is the metal.
So metal. So
Shut up! Shut your fucking mouth. You're so annoying. Oh my god.
The Teen Titans get addicted to metal after they get teleported to the metal realm, I guess. So now it's up to Robin to go and save them. I like the design of the metal realm. It looks pretty cool. Pretty badass looking if you ask me. I enjoyed this episode enough, even though it reminded me of the Overbite episode from Season 3. What? You don't remember that episode? That's okay, I'll remind you. So in that episode... And yeah, that's basically this episode. But hey, at least the final fight was pretty cool, even if it reminded me of that regular show episode, Summertime.
Here's a song by a gay guy.
Robin, I was wondering, this prom is so important. I need to have the coolest date.
I'm flattered, Raven.
Wait a minute, I thought you and Beast Boy were dating. Huh, I guess this is for the Raven x Robin shippers.
Raven, your friends can't come. They're going to ruin your big night.
Sorry, Dad, but this is my squad.
Your squad? This is not a Taylor Swift video. This is Demon Prom.
I have no words for this. Trigon forces Raven to attend Demon Prom, and Raven, being the rebellious little shit that she is, invites her friends to come along, where no shock, they ruin it.
I am shocked. Shocked!
Really? No, you dumb fuck!
When they realize what they've done, the Teen Titans try to fix their error, which is stupid because since Raven won, she has to rule the underworld for the next millennia.
That's right. Finally, my evil little buttercup will be where she belongs.
I mean, you guys should have seen this coming. He's a demon who has ulterior motives anytime he shows up. It's been that way since he was first introduced. And no, them acknowledging how gullible they are doesn't make it better. It's a fun little prom episode. I don't really have much to say about it. What? Okay, you want me to say something nice about this episode? It's a way better prom episode than the one from the Owl House. Oh! Since they're sick and tired of Thanksgiving, the Teen Titans decide to make a new holiday called Thanksgetting. You get it? Because they've switched giving with getting. They are so smart.
Back away from the microphone. You don't talk into a microphone like this because it sounds like fucking shit.
And because they didn't follow tradition, the Thanksgiving turkey tries to kill them all. So now it's up to Robin to save the day. Not a big fan of this one. The characters are oddly out of character. Usually they don't mind Thanksgiving, so I don't know why they have a big issue with it now. And I would say they're a little more mean-spirited than usual. The only character that didn't annoy me was Robin, as he's the only one who stays consistent as he ends up saving everyone's asses in the end. Not a great Thanksgiving special. Since their world is on the brink of being erased, the Teen Titans enter the real world so they can find Aaron and Michael, the show's developers. This isn't even breaking the fourth wall anymore. This is demolishing it at this point. The Titans interact with the animators, the crew, and the cast. For God's sake, when they step into our world, the first place they wind up at is Warner Brothers Studios. You can't make this shit up. Then in the next part, they meet the creators, and God, are they bitter.
You think we control you?
Ha! You control us.
Our whole lives revolve around you guys.
We've been making one episode a week for 199 weeks. That is a very aggressive schedule.
Oh, you think it's torture, huh? Having to work on this show? Imagine how torturous it is to actually watch it. I feel like I'm in fucking purgatory. I'm in limbo right now because of how many fucking episodes of this shit I gotta watch. So yeah, this episode is nothing but meta self-awareness jokes one after another. And I'm not gonna lie, it gets kind of tiring after a while. That's part of the reason why I jumped off Rick and Morty, because they relied on it too much.
Wife? Yes, now everyone can shut up about it.
So having an entire episode dedicated to it starts to wear very thin.
Where are we?
So, why do you have pictures of us all over the place?
We make you.
You make us what? Because I want a sandwich.
No. We make you. We make Teen Titans Go. It's a cartoon. You do know that, right?
They're all cool, and they sound so familiar.
That's because we're your voices. Check it out. Me,
You.
me,
You.
I'm Scott.
Titans, go!
You do my voice? You don't sound like me. I'm versatile.
I used to do this voice a lot. Yeah, I wish you'd seen it.
And pretty Pegasus.
I've been able to uncover more information on Michael and Aaron. Here's a photo.
Yikes.
I know. They're very hard to look at.
Please fade him from existence. Ah!
Just like in Back to the Future.
Whoa. That means if we can't find those two lazy hack writers and get them to write a script, we'll stop existing completely.
Or you think we control you?
Ha! You control us.
Our whole lives revolve around you guys.
We've been making one episode a week for 199 weeks. That is a very aggressive schedule.
Come on, how hard can it be? All you do is write fart jokes. But if you don't write a new script, the Teen Titans will no longer exist.
That's not true. The Teen Titans will live forever. You know, as reruns.
There's also the comics.
If we're going to make an episode, we're going to have to do it just like they do it. And this is where they come up with all the stories for our show.
How can they write so many episodes about food in a place that makes you lose your appetite? Ooh.
Yo, it stank, man.
I can't believe you've made 199 good to mediocre ones.
Plus, now we have to hear from haters on the internet. This show ruined my childhood.
Maybe now you can understand where we're coming from.
We'd love to help you, but if we did this one, then we'd have to do another one and another one. It would never stop.
The only scenario I could imagine us doing the 200th episode is if we could put ourselves and our families in it. But that seems so self-indulgent.
Yeah, something like that would push the boundaries of good taste.
Hey Siri, cut the call.
The second part of this two-parter is the best one because we get to see the development process of Teen Titans Go. It gives kids an idea of what the development process is like in animation. I'll give these two-parters this. It has an interesting premise and they utilize it well, I guess. It's a self-indulgent episode, so you're going to get some self-indulgent humor and writing. Okay, it turns out in the Teen Titans Go universe that if a friendship is born, then a living being is created.
Yeah, whoa, ha, ha, where did that thing come from?
Wasn't you listening? It's our friendship, yo.
And it was born on Shirtless Volleyball Day.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is real. So because Cyborg and Beast Boy's abomination thing ran away, they don't act like the close friends that they are, so the rest of the Titans try to fix their friendship. It's kind of similar to that regular show episode Struck by Lightning, where Muscle Man and High Five Ghost lose their memories of their friendship, so the park crew tries to help them. That's essentially this episode, except they don't follow through on the whole amnesia thing, which I'm glad they didn't do. That's about the only positive I can give this episode.
Now there, girls. Girls!
This villain by the name of Madame Rouge is on the loose, and her power is that she can shapeshift. That's not a bad power, actually. While she's on the loose, Beast Boy conveniently meets up with Beast Girl.
Oh, how convenient.
In case you're wondering, no, she's not Madame Rouge, but she does belong to a team called, I shit you not, Opposite Gender Titans. The first and second act is just Beast Boy interacting with his female counterpart. The third act gets kind of interesting, mainly because we get to see the Opposite Gender Titans in action. But other than that, it's meh.
We're going way back to before the beginning.
After Robin calls the Titans out for their dumbass behavior, they decide to flash back to the day they first assembled the team. Finally, a true origin story. These two-parters are basically flashbacks to when the Titans first met and formed the team, and I really liked it.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. I found this episode to be really enjoyable. The thing I found most interesting about these two-parters is that Robin was a lot nicer and wholesome, and these four really brought out the worst in him, because of their stupidity, obnoxiousness, and stupidity. I know I said that twice, but...
Stop talking!
And I was upset for Robin when this douchebag took over the team.
Thank you. Now, during the tryouts, Robin showed himself to have a real temper, so raise your hand if you think we should kick him off the team and I should be the leader.
You dick!
You weren't even interested in being team leader, cocksucker. The first part was pretty solid, and so was the second part, because that's when the Titans decide to take the tower back from Kid Flash, while also making Robin much more confident and less of a pushover. It's even revealed that they switched up his outfit.
I'll follow that voice anywhere.
No, you won't. All of you will continue to be disobedient little shits. And the final test was pretty fun to watch, even though it has a really messed up moment of Victor getting his body crushed, beaten up, and broken. How did this slip through the censors? I just don't get it. It's a pretty good origin story. Oh, and I just remembered that this retcons a season 2 episode, but you know what? I don't care.
It's every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months.
Because the jackasses were busy being stereotypes, they broke their legs, which is bad because they need to stop this thing called the Bro-pocalypse. So now Raven and Starfire have to take their place.
Yo, bro.
Yo, the brother.
Yo, I like your sweet chain.
What is up,
Hey,
the
take
man?
Some wave.
Ooh, the messy eating.
Take it to the hoop.
The pungent odor.
Check out that chick.
Ooh, the chickens are so nice.
Shut the
Oh my god. Didn't these jackass writers learn anything from the Boys vs. Girls episode? Stereotypes aren't funny. Maybe I would like this episode a little more, but stereotypes aren't funny. But at the very least, seeing Raven and Starfire explore this mountain was pretty intriguing to watch. And seeing the jackasses at home hurt themselves even more was pretty fun.
Fist bump!
Chest bump!
My heart!
But Jesus Christ, every time these characters kept saying the word bro, I swear to God I wanted to get my handgun. I'm serious. The Titans force Robin to start spending Bruce Wayne's money because they have this mindset that money can solve your problems. I like the references to previous Batmans like George Clooney, Adam West, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, and Michael Keaton.
Here we have the super long table where Michael Keaton had an awkward dinner date. This is the hole where Christian Bale learned why we fall. And of course, the phone that Adam West would answer when crime was afoot. And finally, here's some stuff from Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
Nice. Nice.
It was pretty fun to see the Teen Titans attempt to take down Batman's villains, but it has a moral that everybody knows at this point. Dude, YouTubers on the internet can tell this message more quickly than this 10-minute episode, but it does make up for it when Alfred steps up to the plate.
Nice. Nice.
Third time's a charm. Woo! I love thirds. 3 is the magic number. Did you know that the number 3 is the only prime number, which is 1 less than a perfect square?
This episode is the same as the previous 2 TV nights, but I was actually interested in the main story of the Justice League trying to celebrate Batman's birthday. Too bad they don't focus on it.
Fuck's sake.
But at least it has a nice ending with Batman, the Justice League, and Dr. Gordon watching TV together.